okay, no disrespect. I'm not even a Doja Cat fan like that, but I know she's very successful. I know she got TikTok on lock, and she does real numbers, makes real songs, and I respect her growth and everything. But if we lose, I feel like as a regular Doja fan, if we lose Doja Cat to Paraguay, if Paraguay's the reason we ain't got Doja Cat no more, that's just gonna be wild in the whole story. Like the Doja Cat documentary is gonna come out, and she's gonna be like, "Yeah, well, you know, this situation in Paraguay," and everybody's just gonna be like, "What the fuck is a Paraguay?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Paraguay though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to.
You were just going in on Paraguay.
I really realized it. I was like, I kind of just shitted on Paraguay.
Nigga, you took a big dump on Paraguay. All of a sudden. What it do, y'all? It's your main man, the Unstoppable Bloodbath, back at it again with a Hold It Down podcast. You already know what the hell going on. We still right here in the kitchen, still black, still talking that battle rap. But yeah, this is the Hold It Down podcast. We talk the hip hop, the battle rap, and all the other random things that Quan can come up with. Speaking of Quan, you already know my co-host, Quan the Giant himself.
What I do, you know what I'm saying? Quan Chi in the building, doing what I do, you know what I'm saying? Drinking water, getting my skin right, you know what I'm saying? Living right. Never living tight, you feel me? And shout out to Bloodbath for actually wearing a different hat today. I know it took a lot of effort, you know what I mean? But we be the Hold It Down podcast, you know what I'm saying? Coming through with the shenanigans, you know what I'm saying? If you want the shenanigans, get that nigga the shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? We out here, you know what I'm saying? And usually it's been really slow lately with the news topics for our podcast because we just don't choose to talk about everything. But this time we actually have some news topics.
Yeah,
you know
last episode that I put up, the Quick Hits episode, was just news. Then I was like, all right, y'all, we're going to come back with the battle reviews next week. But we actually got a good bit of news this week, too, surprisingly.
Surprisingly. So, yeah. We found some good news. I ain't going to lie. Yeah. We found some
good news, not just as in the amount, but also some positive, like good as in positive as well.
Yeah. Because that's definitely rare for us to find some actually positive. Because we don't like talking about the sad shit.
No.
We don't like talking about the negatives too much.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Unless it's funny.
Unless it's funny or it's actually battle rap.
Yeah. Yeah,
if it's not directly battle rap, we try not to talk about it too much.
Yeah.
Or like I said, if it's funny. If it's funny, then we're gonna talk about it.
You know what I'm saying? Or if it's, you know, in that little pot of names that if it's related to y'all, we just choose not to talk about y'all because y'all doing too much. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna let you start off first with some positivity.
All right. We got a couple news topics this week.
Bang.
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna talk about this one. This one isn't positive. So I'm gonna start with Doja Cat. So Doja Cat,
damn,
this happened like a week or two ago. Doja Cat, she was supposed to perform at this festival in South America.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest with you, don't remember which country it was off the top of my head. It was like
respectfully,
it was one of it was one that people, it was a word that people know. So anyway, she's supposed to perform there. Now, she was getting attacked on Twitter because she ended up not performing. Here's what happened. Here's the whole story.
Okay.
Doja Cat flies there.
Mm-hmm.
The fans were at her hotel before she got there. They were at the hotel hours before she got there.
She's a pop star.
Yes, they was at the hours.
Mm-hmm.
So, her flight something got delayed, so they were just like, "All right, we'll just keep waiting." I don't know why they both need to post up at her hotel like that. I feel like that's a lot. But hey, I've never been a fan of anyone enough to do that.
You've never been a fan of a pop star, and not a fan of a pop star, but like pop stars have different type of fans, and I feel like Doja Cat's definitely reached that level.
I understand.
She's reached that level where people do weird shit like that.
I understand. So, when she landed, apparently people was kind of annoyed that she didn't want to like embrace and take pictures with the fans and stuff.
Oh, she's a human.
She just wanted to go up to her room. I think they said that she like moved to a different hotel, something like that. So like that place, something like she moved hotels. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next day is next day to the actual festival.
Mm-hmm.
It gets rained out real bad, really bad weather. Before she even goes on, like she can't control the weather no damn way.
She's Doja Cat, not Doja God.
So yeah, apparently like the weather was real bad. People was getting stuck or whatever, like in traffic, like water getting flooded, certain small floods in places or whatever.
Okay.
And people was mad that Doja Cat didn't stick around to take pictures with fans and like check on people and whatnot, and that she wasn't very attentive to them. So then on Twitter, it was like everyone from that country just canceled her because I was confused why all like I'm on Twitter and all I'm seeing is people speaking in Spanish going at Doja Cat's neck. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, damn, I need to find a translator because I know enough Spanish to like if I hear I know what you're saying, but not enough to where I can full on read Spanish. Nah, can't do that. So I started finding articles and other sources, and people started reading the story to me, and then I said, okay, they mad at Doja Cat. What she did? Okay, she wanted to go to her hotel. She couldn't stop the rain.
Yeah, after a delayed flight, you know, because everybody loves their flight being delayed. That's always a
why are we mad at Doja Cat exactly? And then I couldn't see a reason. I was like, I don't see what she did wrong this time. So yeah, and then that was why I don't know if you saw. That was why the headline was saying like Doja Cat was saying that she felt like she's done with music now because she's tired of all the pressure and stuff like this.
Because of South America.
She was saying people.
I bet that fly was all up in your face.
It was a fly in my face. But yeah, she was like, headline was like, yeah, Doja Cat saying like she might be done with music, like she's tired of the pressure and like the fans and all that, like doing her like this. And this is one of the times where I don't think it's her fault.
It ain't, and that's what makes it weird. But you know what? I feel like I don't know if I want to blame Doja Cat fans or South America.
I want to blame Doja Cat fans in general
because it's not like South America is impossible right now. Like,
I don't know if it's all of South America. It's just that one country I can't remember. Let me
that one country in South America. You know what I'm saying? Because we North Americans over here.
Shit. North side.
North side. I never been. And then I don't hear about y'all too often, so I don't want to say anything out of ignorance. You know what I'm saying? It sounds like I'm dissing South America.
You always saying stuff out of ignorance. What's different?
I am, but like I might want to visit there one day, and I don't want Doja Cat's fans to be meeting me because some of these fans be crazy. Like I don't know if Doja Cat is at the level where she got barbs, or if she got dojas or whatnot. So if she got dojas, then it might be crazy for us. Paraguay.
She said she's considering quitting music after the Paraguay controversy.
No disrespect, I'm not even a Doja Cat fan like that, but I know she's very successful. I know she got TikTok on lock, and she does real numbers, makes real songs, and I respect her growth and everything. But if we lose, I feel like as a regular Doja fan, if we lose Doja Cat to Paraguay. If Paraguay's the reason we ain't got Doja Cat no more, that's just gonna be wild in the whole story. Like the Doja Cat documentary is gonna come out, and she's gonna be like, "Yeah, well, this situation in Paraguay," and everybody's just gonna be like, "What the fuck is a Paraguay?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Paraguay though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to.
You was just going in on Paraguay.
I really realized it. I was like, I kind of just shitted on Paraguay.
Nigga, you took a big dump on Paraguay. All of a sudden, shout out to Paraguay. What?
Shout out to Paraguay as a country. We just addressing the Doja Cat fans in Paraguay, okay? Because the Doja Cat, specifically, the Doja Cat fans in Paraguay, y'all niggas are impossible, all right? Like, y'all... I understand being a big fan of these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a matter of fact, maybe I don't understand it because I feel like even as a regular, before I ever met anybody that had any fame or acclaim, I took in my mind that, okay, one thing any respectable celebrity doesn't want is for you to be all on their nuts just because they're a celebrity. They don't want you to be like, oh. Like, they're human beings at the end of the day. So if you really just conduct yourself like a human being next to another human being, then things will go a lot simpler. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys are really big fans of hers. You guys made the choice to leave your place and whatever you had in life going on to wait at a place. I don't know what celebrity like that has things going on, like a 24-hour schedule. Like nigga, when Sway Lee was still no flex zone, he said, got an airtight schedule. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine how airtight Doja Cat's schedule is.
Yeah, so I'm reading more about it again. I'm refreshing myself on the facts.
Did she slap one of them or something?
No.
Give me something cancelable.
People are just upset that she wasn't addressing them and like being super worried about them and still trying to perform because apparently other people who were supposed to perform, like Miley Cyrus was supposed to be there, but she couldn't make it. So she was like, Miley made a message on social media, was like, oh, all my fans in Paraguay apologize, I couldn't make it. Machine Gun Kelly was supposed to be there too, but because of the bad weather and everything, apparently he still performed like outside of his hotel or something like that. Like they were just upset that she didn't feel the need to keep trying to do things for them like other celebrities apparently were. So they feel like she was being disrespectful, and
So
they
you
just
mean
didn't like that she wasn't trying to go above and beyond, even though they just had like apparently it was major damage. It was a big storm with flooding and everything, but they feel like Doja Cat still could have did more.
so they basically just wanted her PR team to write an apology that she'll probably never see, not even approve, to the people of Paraguay, just so y'all can feel better about yourselves because y'all's day revolved around Doja Cat that much. Never mind the whole flooding of your country. Like Doja Cat is the part you're mad at. All right, bet. Cool. Gotcha.
Apparently people was dying because of flooding too, but they mad
So
about Doja Cat.
people losing their motherfucking lives because of natural disasters in your country, and you're mad about Doja Cat.
Yeah.
All right, Doja Cat. Well, you had a good run. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and retire because these people are fucking impossible.
Yeah. So that was from a couple days ago, like a week or so ago. When I said that was coming out, but I think she already reneged and is back to doing music again. I think she's supposed to perform somewhere.
Hey, that is the dumbest shit. I'm sorry. I'm still Paraguay Doja Cat fans. Y'all gotta do better. What the hell, dog?
Okay. So she's still gonna finish out her tour with The Weeknd. Then she's gonna quit. Okay. She's gonna finish.
Shout out to The Weeknd.
She's
Her
gonna do a tour The Weeknd. Then she's gonna quit after that. So
shout out
if
to
you
The
fuck
Weeknd.
with Doja Cat, you better go on that tour. But that's apparently that's it.
And apparently she fucked with The Weeknd so much that she'll end it afterwards. But she has said that. I've seen her say that, like, that she really fucks with The Weeknd. He's very professional. They make good music together, which I even agree. I like their songs together. So I ain't mad at that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And shout out to The Weeknd because of The Weeknd, y'all might get an edit button on Twitter.
Cool.
I literally saw him say that. He was like, you know what? He was like, at Twitter, y'all need to work on the edit button. I refuse to delete a whole tweet just because of grammar issues. And then literally, I think the next day, I saw Twitter be like, "We're working on the edit button now," and I'm like, "Oh snap!" Because I know niggas been talking about that for a minute. I've heard Joe Budden talk about that, but I guess Joe Budden ain't The Weeknd.
He's not.
He
He's not at all The Weeknd. You know what I'm saying? He's a Wednesday at best.
He does release a podcast on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I guess you do what you want when you popping. You feel me? Shout out to The Weeknd though. Shout out to Abel Tesfaye, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't listened to that last album yet, but I do plan to. I'm a very big fan of Weeknd's work. I just hope he doesn't go to Paraguay. Cause I ain't gonna lie, if we lose The Weeknd to Paraguay, I'm posting up and I want
you gonna pull up on Paraguay.
I'm pulling up on Paraguay. Country? Yes, nigga. I'm pulling up on Paraguay, my nigga. Don't do The Weeknd like that, all right? Doja Cat, I don't listen to her like that. I respect her artistry. She does make good bops, and you know what I'm saying? And I respect her for getting that dope SZA feature and all that. I respect 100%. I still listen to Moo today. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else respects that song, but I love Moo. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But if we lose The Weeknd, bro, I'm invested in The Weeknd, okay? Don't do that.
All right, so Paraguayans, you heard that? You better get it together before Quan got to pull up.
Yes. Me, nigga. Me. Don't make me do it to you, because I'll overdo it. All right.
So that's what's going on with Doja Cat.
All right, because and prayers to everybody that had that befall tragedy and destruction on the flood in Paraguay.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Prayers to all y'all.
All right, so another person that needs prayers because apparently their pockets are in need of blessing is one of Quan's favorite people to give us updates on, Lil Tjay.
Lord, why does it always seem like it's Bronx niggas I always bring? Like I had to bring the updates for French Montana.
If y'all are not aware, a person by Instagram influencer by the name of Adam Quinn is accusing
Adam Quinn.
Adam Quinn, yes.
You never heard of this person.
He's white. We don't be queued up with white celebrities like that.
I even know Aiden Ross from
Aiden
Twitch.
Ross.
Aiden Ross.
I've only heard of him after you mentioned him. I started seeing him more and more. Apparently, he be on Twitch and stuff to 2K people.
Yeah.
And then he got his other homie, who's the little nigga who doing the weird shit.
I don't know that
Fresh
nigga
or something
name.
like that.
I don't know that nigga
Speed
name
or something.
Speed, I think that's his name. Yeah, nigga just be spazzing out. I don't know.
I'm too old. For
it
that.
gets real traction, so respect.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? Like
it
respect.
Does.
Respect.
I don't hate on their success.
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
Yeah, we're just speaking as two people that are too old for that shit.
Yeah.
But hey, anybody that got y'all, and you know what? While we talking about Adin Ross, I will say 100% respect to that man because not Speed, even though I feel like he did put Speed on because I didn't know about Speed before him, but I always respect him because one of his homies I think was actually homeless at one time, and he actually just took it upon himself to just give that nigga a whole crib and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And I was looking for that story to be fake or some shit. Story never came out to be fake, and I would even see that post later. So I leave that shit to be real. I've even seen that nigga still around him. So you know,
what's up.
His friend is a black man. So like, yo, a black man is not either at the end of his rope because of somebody's help. Always gonna respect that.
That's what's up.
No matter what.
But somebody who's at the end of his rope right now is apparently Lil Tjay, one of your favorite artists.
It's not one of my favorite artists.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
He's cool. He's cool. He does good. He does good collaborations with my favorite artists.
Okay, so
respect to him.
Lil Tjay, the glue behind some of Quan's favorite collaborative tracks, is apparently poor. Now this is
the way that you just find like you didn't even have to think about it. Like the spin came immediately. It was like, no, I did not kill that person. Okay, so the conspirator of that person's death is here right now to speak. Continue.
That's not what that word means. But Adam Quinn has been saying that Lil Tjay is a poor boy and that he's broke and that apparently
he's a sandwich with shrimp in it.
Okay. You're referring to a po' boy.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You don't pronounce the O and the R on that one.
Gotcha.
It's po.
Gotcha.
But apparently, Lil Tjay robbed him at gunpoint and robbed him, took his bracelet, his Cartier bracelet, and his jewels and stuff.
Damn.
And then he said that Lil Tjay was so scared that apparently he brought back some of the money and the jewelry the next day. Now, again, this isn't something I thought it was an April Fool's joke, but
Sure.
I seen it. This story's been reported by Hip Hop DX, by Double XL. Like, it's making its rounds in the hip hop news outlets. I'm hoping it's fake, y'all, because it just sounds like a lot. This Adam Quinn person who we've never heard of, but a lot of people have never heard of.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they've had run-ins with other celebrities before what I've been reading. But yeah, basically the story is Lil Tjay robbed him at gunpoint, but then brought stuff back because he was so afraid of getting the police involved. But then Adam Quinn person said that Lil Tjay robbed one of his friends 2 days later. So apparently Lil Tjay going on a robbing spree trying to get his paper up. How do you feel, Quan?
I would like to call big cap on this,
Okay.
just for a few reasons. First reason, not that I know another person's pockets, because I don't.
Mm-hmm.
So this is all speculation.
I'm not.
There's no facts.
I'm not saying that he broke. This is what the article saying. I don't know Lil Tjay. I have nothing against that man.
Yeah, the article is alleged, and I'm coming with opinions, not facts. All right, I'm gonna call cap just because I don't know that man's pockets, but what I do know is, much like an A Boogie, who's also from his area, is Lil Tjay respectfully has been cranking out hits since he's got out here. He's been a pretty big figure in the town. You know what I'm saying? He's been doing his thing. When he puts out joints, them joints do numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can easily still find that freaking that joint he got with Black. First of all, he got a joint with Black. All right.
Didn't know that.
I feel like Black got less songs out here than Cardi B these days. You know what I'm saying? Like, Black put out maybe one verse a year. You know, until he's ready to put out whatever project he's going to smash the world with. You know what I mean? But Lil Tjay definitely, I'm not led to believe that Lil Tjay is broke because he's been cranking out hits. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. Two, if TJ was really scared that the nigga was going to tell, why would he only bring some of this shit back? Because then that means it's still a robbery because you still have my possessions.
He was saying that Lil Tjay was too poor, that he needed some of the other money, so he only brought some of it back.
That don't even make sense. For him to be that broke, that don't even make... We're that broke, okay?
Oh, no.
So for him to be that broke, that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? If I see a video tomorrow and he pulls up to High 97 in the Sprinter, already he's out of a tax bracket that doesn't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? Just what I'm seeing in the video of him going up to Hot 97 for an interview is more money than we got. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like even we, if we were to rob somebody, would at least give everything back if we were afraid that they were going to tell the police. Okay. Thirdly, if this nigga's really that broke and he's sitting around robbing people, first of all, I don't even think you would rob people because you are the face. So how would he even know that Lil Tjay like robbed him at gunpoint?
Unless he had his whole face open. He was just robbing people barefaced.
Bro, we're out here in a pandemic. Niggas is rocking Push IC masks for fun.
All the time.
So why wouldn't a robber, an actual a robber who you also have stated that was so scared that you were gonna go to the police? So he didn't trust you to hold down. You're not a gangster, so you don't have any reason to have to hold that down. So he knew he was robbing somebody that he didn't believe was gonna not say something to the police. Barefaced?
Look, bro.
That's a different level of
it's I'm not a street person, but there's certain street rules I understand. You don't rob a nigga with no mask on unless you plan on killing him.
Exactly. Yeah.
Period. When you wear a mask if you don't want to kill a nigga.
You know what's fucked up is I learned that from French Montana. he said it clearly in the Work remix. When they masked up, they come in for your ice. When they barefaced, they come in for your life.
It's just that simple.
It's very simple.
It's like the story.
Oh, it's from French Montana. It's gonna be simple. Respectfully, he make hits.
He really does have hits.
He make hits, and his mixtapes be. If you really want some quality French Montana shit, it's in the mixtape shit.
So yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
This story is just all over the place, y'all.
I'm
bringing it to you because I seen it amongst all the hip hop outlets. I'm pretty sure hopefully this is April Fool's joke of some sort.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
But if it's not, please let me know, y'all. Please update me.
That would be crazy. And I also call cap on that because the only news I've heard from him really, because I didn't hear the article, but the only news I heard from him is him getting back with Ruby Rose. And if you don't know who Ruby Rose is,
isn't she a rapper?
She is a rapper. She's a rapper, but she's also one of these good-looking Instagram model type rappers. Meaning, she on her city girl shit. Meaning, she ain't getting with no broke ass rapper. You know what I'm saying? They already parted ways like disrespectfully one time. You're not publicly getting back with that nigga if he's broke.
Also true.
And she's a very cute girl. She can get any nigga she want. If Lil Tjay was broke, nah, that's just not happening. You know what I'm saying?
So what you're saying, moral of the story is Adam Quan need to keep Lil Tjay's name out of his mouth.
Respectfully.
Okay.
And if it ain't true at all, nigga, I saw niggas on IG correlating freaking Lil Tjay showed a jewelry box and it had a freaking ring on there that had 2 hearts on it, iced out. And then niggas later saw Ruby Rose's IG story, she had the same ring on. So that means, if anybody needs explaining, he probably just bought her a brand new ring when they got back together, iced out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so niggas too broke. Niggas so broke that he robs you and can't even afford to give you back all your shit because he's just that broke. But then he's out here getting with chicks. He's getting with city girls with no money and buying them new jewelry. I call cap on that. Heavy cap, super cap, Kaepernick. You feel me?
I do too. Well, that was that story.
You know what I'm saying? Let me.
You want to do your story now?
Yeah, I'll get my story out of the way. A positive one. So it seems that Polo G's mom and manager has partnered with a company by the name of Find Her Way Bail Bond Project, and she helps pay bail bonds for over 5 women in Cook County Jail. Very, very good things to hear.
That's dope.
So she has donated $20,000 to help get women who are low-level offenders out of Cook County Jail, according to Fox 32. The inmates they are helping cannot afford bail bonds on their own. It almost kind of reminds me of the Young Thug compilation song with him and Lil Baby and I forget the third man's name. He's part of YSL though. Pay to Find, where out here they actually I think paid like maybe 5 or 10 bail bonds from, was it Cobb County Jail or something like that? It was something with a C. I don't think it was Clayco, but yeah. So much like that, you know what I'm saying? Don't really need any more details. You know what I'm saying? I just know that she did that, and now people who probably got locked up for low level crimes, wasn't hurting nobody, are out back on the streets, And I feel like that's all good because for many people, jail just makes you a better criminal. You know what I'm saying? Or just tears you away from your family. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you locked up for some dumb shit like marijuana or something. You know what I'm saying? Very non-violent crimes where niggas are selling that shit legally now, but you still getting locked up for it. Why is that? We ain't gotta dive into that. You know what I mean? Shout out to Polo G. Shout out to his mom and manager. You know what I'm saying? Polo G actually is one person I do respect. I do want to I want to do some research on him because I do remember when he was first coming out, he had talked about actually having the plan of like buying back his hood.
Mm-hmm.
Like he actually wants to because he knows in Chicago like the with all the violence going on is because men don't have opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So if you can put some money back into your neighborhood, create opportunities, maybe that'll lower the violence and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? There's still gang shit out here. Still people got things lost, cool. But maybe for the next generation, you know what I'm saying, we can have them have opportunities, have a way out. You know what I mean?
Speaking of trying to get people a way out, in Florida, in other positive news, rapper Rod Wave has...
You almost said rapper.
I've been talking weird lately. I don't know what's been going on with my words ain't coming out right. Rod Wave has pledged to give away $25,000 worth of free gas to residents of St. Petersburg, Florida, which is his hometown.
Yeah, he about to get a lot of people high, huh?
See what you're doing. I'm not going to do this with you. In the video, he said St. Pete 727 are giving away free gas April 9th at the Sunoco on 34th, right before you get on the bridge. The rapper said. He said, I'm giving away $25 worth of gas, 12 o'clock, pull up and get you some free gas, get you a free full tank. Now, it seems like he's doing it the right way because the Tampa Bay Times, the newspaper and all them, they said a spokesperson from local police force said they'll have extra traffic officers on duty. So he already has police anticipation in place, like to help handle traffic. So that's why he just didn't say pull up on a random day because that would just fuck the city up. That's why he gave a date and time and the location so people can anticipate. And he went through the proper authorities to get extra security and officers on duty to help move traffic. So it sounds like a good thing.
Anybody following us that, you know, one day may be the next Rod Wave or the next rich person to come out the hood, and I pray for all y'all. I want that for all y'all. So that would be amazing. Do remember when you do want to give back, this is the proper way to do it because you can pull up on your hood one day and just want to give out shit, and that's amazing also. But this is the way you do it without having the police on your ass or anybody that, you know, tends to oppress the skin color on your ass. You go through the proper avenues and now they can't say shit.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I'm saying?
don't really see any negative news headlines come out of this unless somebody there decides to do something dumb, but then that wouldn't be his fault. No
Yeah,
more.
it wouldn't be his fault at all.
Like I said, this easily could have turned into, oh, I'm getting away free gas, everybody pull up, and now this gas station might not have even had enough gas on hand that day, or they don't even have the capacity, like now traffic is blocked up and shit. Like it could have went bad. But
or even the police coming through fucking with people because they didn't know this was going on.
because he didn't tell them in advance.
So they're wondering what the hell's going on in this town that they're supposed to be patrolling, and then you get charged with some minor bullshit like, was it unlawful assemblies or some
either
shit?
that one, or they probably might even hit them with inciting a riot or something.
Some shit like that.
Yeah, like there's no reason to have this many people here unless you're something like that.
Ask Travis Scott about getting them bullshit charges, inciting a riot. They've been trying to, before Astro World, they were trying to plant that shit on him crazy. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of Astro World, yo, I'm praying for Travis Scott. I ain't heard nothing new, but I just think about with Doja Cat going through her shit. I'm just like, bro, they just really be putting weird shit on celebrities, and I'm just like, fam, it's because we would have had the next Travis Scott album by now. I'm sorry. Prayers to everybody that, you know, Astro World was some bullshit, but trying to make him pay for that shit or be responsible for that shit, just no. Like, no. He's not security. He does the music. He's not the businessman, but for the actual venue, which a venue, my nigga. Like, he didn't even build the venue to perform there. He's going to perform at somebody else's venue with somebody else's security and somebody else's town. You know.
Yeah. Speaking of venue, shout out the Dream Fest that's going on right now.
Word up. And all the shout out to all of Dreamville. Yeah,
I mean, by the time this episode comes out, Dream Fest will be over, but
for sure,
it's going on right now, and it's pretty dope. It's also WrestleMania weekend right now as well. If you're a wrestling fan, you already know what the fuck is going on. But yeah, that's it as far as I know of for hip news and hip hop shenanigans. Anything else you had to add, Quan, before we get into the battle?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. You know, I think we've covered all bases. You know what I'm saying?
Good news week. You know, we only had we only really had one negative thing, which is Doja Cat thing, but I don't think that's Doja Cat's fault.
Yeah, it ain't.
Lil Tjay is speculation.
Yeah.
So really ain't got no bad things, honestly.
Yeah. And you know that one subject that everybody's tired out that we're not going to talk about.
Please don't mention it. Now it's time to get into the actual battle this week. So
I wish I could find a really ill way to like have like an ill bar about it, but it would be I'd have worse reach than Dot at this point.
Wow.
And I don't even know if you know about Dot. I watched 2 battles from him, and I was like, there's a lot of gas on his side, like, because I'm like, he's saying okay shit, but like the crowd be like, whoa.
The thing with Dot, he really animated when he yells his name.
And he's really skinny.
He is
really slim, like very slim. But yeah, like I always remember that. And now like I haven't watched too much of his battles afterwards, but now they call him like the reach god, and I'm like, I don't even know how you make that a style. That's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? But speaking of gods in battle rap,
yep.
You know
so we decided that we're gonna split up.
I'm getting better with the segues, boy.
That was good. We're gonna spread out these Any Given Sunday battles since there's only 3 of them.
You did.
There's no need to do all of them in 1 week, so we're gonna spread them out so we can do like more in-depth reviews.
And if anybody got a problem with it, I was the one that came up with that damn idea, because all these damn battles are a damn hour, and damn it, I didn't want to do that shit on my damn weekend. All right, I'll give y'all an hour. We can do this podcast. I ain't about to sit here and try to cram in 3 hours of battles and then get notes for these shits. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we could spread this shit out. Pause.
So yeah, I wouldn't. Okay, whatever. All right. So yeah, this week we're doing Danny
Spreading.
Myers versus Av. What's
shit out?
Well, I don't get it.
You get it.
I really don't.
You
Okay.
get it. You trying to look back at it?
No.
No. Okay.
So this was the first battle of the card that was out here in Atlanta that we didn't go to. Shout out to DC Young Fly.
The one that we didn't go to that was right down the block.
Man,
We wasn't going to that shit
I would have no desire.
at
Shout
all.
out to DC Young Fly. I was glad to see him there. I didn't know he was such a big fan of battle rap. That's always cool, seeing who else is into what you're
Yeah.
into.
I didn't expect that either until I thought about it. I was like, well, you know, a lot of smack people have gone to Wild 'N Out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? DC is damn near running Wild 'N Out. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Shout out to 85 South Show while we on it. I love them niggas, bro. For real. But yeah, DC Young Fly in the house. Apparently, he became a low key a 5-second host for a second too, since it seemed like Smack just decided, like, hey, DC Young Fly gonna do the tone class. He was like, oh, real, bro? All right.
Because DC is somebody where he's been in media long enough that you know you could throw him in on the spot and it'll be all right.
Yeah. He's not a one trick pony. He's not in the position that he's at by accident. You know what I'm saying? Like if there's anything, he took everything. He's taking his opportunity. He's making the best of it. You know what I'm saying? All peace and love to that man. You know what I'm saying? I do wish he had a different haircut though.
I mean, he look like a regular Atlanta nigga.
Nah, usually other Atlanta niggas be having this shit a little more organized. At the very least, I've seen niggas have like that signature fro and then too much hair in the back, and I'm like, I don't understand that. It just makes your head look extra big for no reason. Don't know why niggas doing that. Lil Baby didn't do that. Why are you doing that? But but DC and Fly kind of got like a Basquiat thing going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if there's an intention for it or not, but and he's a young Atlanta nigga who's rich, so maybe he just don't give a fuck. And I'm with that energy too.
So yeah, Av versus Danny Myers is the first battle of the card. Av
the God.
That's not. I said Av
Oh.
is coming off the last battle we seen. What Av was against? Was it B Dot? It was against B Dot, and then I think they said he battled again, but it got put in the vault.
Mm.
So I think again, like last big battle I can remember him in was the B Dot battle, which was a good battle, but I think we both gave it to B Dot.
Yeah, B-Dot had a little more. See, that was probably one of the few times where probably Av's consistency was kind of against him. Because I feel like if he goes against somebody like B-Dot who can pull from he's got different subject matter with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he tends to respect his opponent. He tends to know who he's fucking with, so he comes prepared. I don't think there's ever been a time where we've seen B-Dot go against somebody and get slaughtered or not come prepared.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So with somebody like that, he's like, oh, I'm going against Av. All right, I'm going to come with different angles. I'm going to do everything he can do, and I'm going to step my shit up so I know I win. You know what I mean? So,
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's one of the things. But
I'm going up against Danny Myers.
The God!
who we last seen in his battle against Tay Rock.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big battle. It was a really big battle.
The biggest.
And he's still riding on that momentum. I say he ain't took his foot off the gas yet. I actually saw that Danny Myers has a battle today like on Twitch. Some book called the Rap Off or something like that. It was apparently he's supposed to be battling Frack. Frack was the guy that Disaster ripped paper out of his hand in that tournament. Okay. That white kid.
That white kid.
And so Danny Myers, he'd be all over the place.
Why is it funny as you just call that grown man that white kid?
if you've ever seen a picture of Frack.
Well, he's very young looking. All
yes.
Right. Shout out to Frack.
So yeah. Anyway, this is the first battle of the night. This is how they set the tone. I think they set the tone well. These are two very reliable niggas. Well, I take it back. Danny we've seen him choke and stumble a couple times before, so I don't want to say very reliable.
Yeah,
I'll say mostly reliable on his part.
Oh, for sure.
Av always reliable. Av is
king consistent.
Yeah, super dependable.
That needs to be almost a separate gang. You know, they got EFB, and these EFB niggas beat EFB. I respect that, but they need these KC niggas. You know what I'm saying? King consistency. You feel me? These niggas. Bro, you know what you're gonna get from them.
Yeah.
You feel me? Respect.
It's only a handful of niggas in that conversation. And surprisingly, I would put Goods in that conversation. A nigga who I've said on this show I'm not super into, but I respect his consistency.
For sure. He'll definitely be, you know, he'll be the most confident with the least amount of skill. You know what I'm saying? Out of the whole group. But it's a very tight knit, wonderful group. So he's amongst good company.
Yes. But anyway.
Or good company if you blooding out there.
Of course. Danny opened it up. He opened up with his bar about 40 because this was the day after Panic Room 6 where 40 no-showed the main event. So
that nigga rebutted without a rebuttal. Oh, that was funny as shit too because they had DC and Young Fly try to do the touring cost and they was like, all right, how you do the shit? Which I felt because I was like, nigga, just put me in this last second. How do we do this before I flip it? And then Danny Myers just snatched that shit. You're a DC. What you doing, ugly ass boy?
It was also weird because I was surprised Danny wanted to go first.
Somebody did say that Danny doesn't go first often.
Because Danny's good with rebuttals. Why would I want to be rebuttaling if I'm going first? You want to close out the rounds is what I would have expected. But maybe he wanted to do something. Maybe he wanted to mix it up and show his skills. I don't know.
I think that's what made it better is he wanted to go first because he had the 40 bars bar. You know what I'm saying? Might not have been able to find a place for that if Av goes first. You know what I'm saying? He might just be too busy trying to rebuttal what Av say. You know what I mean? But he's like, hold on, let me get this. I got a rebuttal to nothing. I got a rebuttal to yesterday, nigga.
So yeah, he opened with the bar about 40, which had the crowd going crazy. And then he just, like, I'd say his first was just, it started off with just a lot of video game references for like the first minute and a half, which were good. It was good. The bars were good. It was solid.
Definitely said that DEG would love his first round.
Yeah. It was just a lot of video game bars.
Shout out to DEG, Dead End Gaming.
Yeah, you know what it is. Shout out Dead End Gaming. We in this.
You know what I mean?
And then after that, he just started cooking, just doing usual Danny things.
He was just being Danny.
Yeah, it was just another day in the life of the bar guy.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
He just started cooking, bro. Like, all I wrote down was this nigga cooking. That's all I could say. The rest of the round was just phenomenal.
For sure.
So,
respectfully,
seeing that great performance in the first was like, all right, I gotta come out here put on the show too. And I feel like Av did just as good. Av was well known as a puncher. Like Av, he don't even set up crazy long schemes, but his punches pretty much always hit. Like Av and Rum Nitty very similar, bro. They gonna punch you to death. Like his punchline just back to back to back, and all of them was hitting. He was getting just as good reactions as Danny was getting. I feel in the first. So the first round, I was like, nigga, this is even to me. I don't really know which way to go with the first. Did you feel the same way about the first round?
I felt identical. But I ain't gonna lie, I was a little more impressed by Danny in the first round.
What do you think was the energy or just the bars alone?
Probably the energy, because like
that helps. His energy does help.
Because that nigga laid on the ground.
That was the second.
That was the second.
That was the second.
Okay, yeah, good. We gonna get into the second round.
Okay, so in the second round, Danny comes out with a rebuttal, and he gets so excited he has to jump out into the crowd to tell them about it. So he jumped down to the crowd. I'm too cold. I'm the bar guy. I had to go down and tell the fans about it.
Bro, I was like, oh shit. I was like, yo, did we finally get our crowd surf?
So then after that, he gets back on stage, rebuttals again, and then he starts laying down on the stage.
Bro, that nigga sat down, and the funny part is he looked comfortable. Like I looked him in the face while he was doing this. He dead ass looked comfortable. He just like that shit was crazy. Yeah.
And then he laid down on the ground. Then he got back up and continued rapping.
Bruh, he started asking, he's like, why am I this good?
He was confused with himself that he's as good as he is. He kept asking, why am I this good?
I've never heard a nigga ask that question. I've never heard a nigga ask that question before. It was fucking amazing. Bro, he said, why? Yo, when he said, why am I this good? I was taken aback, bro.
It was because it was almost like the rebuttal when he got back on stage, it felt like he really didn't have that one planned. It just came together. And he didn't know that those do himself, but just lay down and take a break.
Yeah, bro. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I know he's always been called the bar god, but I'm almost calling this like the bar god phase because I believe it now. Like that, and he believe. You know what's mixing dope?
Do you
like,
believe
in a parallel universe? Like, bro, you know what makes it dope is like I feel like he always used to claim that shit, and it was cool. It was a cool name, but like now that he's actually like now that I believe him and shit, like. It makes it almost less arrogant. Because if he had came up with that shit, now niggas be like, all right, nigga, you believe in your own hype a little too much. Like, but since he's always been calling himself that, now it's like, oh, now y'all believe me. So now I come off like a genius. Like, nigga, I knew I was gonna be here. Y'all was late. You know, he could talk that shit now.
And even after all the antics, the jumping around and laying down, he still had a great round after that. He still put together a really good round, almost I'd say just about as good as his first round. That was a solid second. Av. Another great second round, honestly. Just as good as the first. He didn't do none of the dandy antics, of course, but it was just as good, in my opinion, bars wise.
He came through Avin.
Yeah, break. I don't. It's the thing was like whenever I want to talk about Av's rounds, I really have nothing else to say. But it was just another great round from a consistent professional.
Yes.
It's like I kind of feel bad because it's not as animated or as many things to bring up about his round. It was just if you came to hear just bars. Excellent. He does exactly that.
And while it's definitely a strength, is why I say sometimes that could be to his detriment. Because when he's dealing with somebody that can come with some flavor, like he kind of gets outshined slightly. But like but that pen always gonna be there.
Just as dangerous.
You feel me?
So then here's why I feel like it helped him. Because in the third, Danny mixed his third up. So he did a more of a metaphorical round. This reminded me of what he did a battle against drugs. And for the third round against drugs, his whole scheme was, nigga, you not really drugs. And then he just kept doing like this, like the metaphor where it was like he's like, I'm that thing to keep you up at night. So like, and then and he's like, I am drugs. Like it was a whole metaphor about actually being drugs. Like nigga, your name is just drugs.
Yeah.
He kind of did that again in his battle against Ab.
I would actually like to see that because I feel like with somebody that has a name that's breakdownable like that, he'll come up with a good ass round. But yeah, he definitely tried to do that this round with Av.
It wasn't bad. It didn't hit the same.
Yeah, because he's a high energy guy. And you know what's funny about it? It was, pen wise, it was amazing. But it's hard to deliver that because it's not even disses. It would be really dope on a track.
It would.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be like one of Lil B's good songs. That's what that would be. You know what I'm saying? It would make a great track. You know what I'm saying? On a beat too. You know what I'm saying? It would be amazing. But in a battle rap ring, it worked. It had some energy, but
I just feel like that type of round that's more of a small room round.
Yeah.
And not in front of a big crowd type of round because it doesn't give them time to really start oohing and awing and getting hyped with you because that's what they're looking to do. A small room crowd is there to hear your bars so you can get through it. And this is the type of round that's meant. I feel like that round is meant more for a small room. Personally, because he just kept saying, "You're not Av. The Av is," and then he would just start going in.
I ain't even gonna lie, it started getting annoying at a certain point. I ain't gonna hold you. He really, and this is almost cutting the shit in half. He really could have ended that shit when he mentioned that's where Smack was recording first. I thought he was gonna end it there because it was like, okay, you did about 5 of these bitches. You know what I'm saying? But he kept going, and I was just like, all right, this is good to me. But I'm like, in a battle rap ring, I'm like. You know, it's a good thing you didn't have another round because he would have had to recover some energy if he had another round. But since it was like the third, you know, people, I guess people just, I don't know, but it was
wasn't
cool.
bad.
It wasn't bad.
It just felt the energy wasn't the same after his first 2 rounds.
Yeah, he can't even carry that same the God energy with them shits. Like,
nope.
And they almost come up a little predictable too. Like I feel like you talking about the Av, are you gonna mention certain things, you know, like, but you know, maybe that's just me.
Yeah, so then Av came out and had another round just as good as his first 2. So he had the perfect trifecta of 3 great rounds. And I feel like because Av gave us a round 3 just as good as the first 2, it kind of edged it to him in my book. In my opinion, I feel like I kind of edged the battle towards Av because Danny's third didn't hit as hard as he wanted to hit because I think this just wasn't the right crowd for that. I do appreciate the crowd so far in the first. The Atlanta crowd that night seemed like a good, happy, positive crowd. They was excited about shit, but they wasn't doing too much, but they still made the battle a whole hour. But that's to be expected at this point. But they wasn't booing niggas. They was understanding bars. Like they was acting right. Maybe they just don't act right for RBE. Maybe something about RBE.
Maybe. I feel like there was one part where I was hearing them and it sounded like they was being a little too loud, but even then, like they got it together. Like it didn't consistently keep being a problem.
Yeah.
You know, like people in Remy Ma's event.
That wasn't Atlanta though. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't Atlanta.
You can't blame Atlanta for that one.
Yeah. Maybe just I guess RBE just attracts the niggas that don't believe. Because that shit was crazy. But yeah, shout out to Atlanta. Appreciate y'all for being a good crowd. This time.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it was good shit.
Yeah. And this was just the first battle. So
for sure.
Scores. You want to get into the scores or
let's do it?
All right. Crowd control.
I feel like you're about to say, well, they already judged these, so
nah, they didn't.
like, damn it. So crowd control. This one, I ain't gonna lie, I just changed the score on it.
Okay.
I gave him a 4.
Who?
Danny.
Okay.
All right. I was going in the order of who went first.
That's fine.
But I gave Danny a 4. I wanted to give him a 5. I just changed it to a 4 just because that third, it was good, but just crowd control, like I feel like he had 2 more before the crowd would have kind of got sick of it. I know I was getting sick of it. Like, so it was good shit. It just in the comparison to the rest of the battles, it brought the energy down. So I had to give him a point deducted off of that. Av gave him a 4. Consistent energy. People was fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? I feel like even his style almost can't even call for a 5 because his style is very like explanatory. You know what I'm saying? If that was the proper word to use. But it's hard to be like very like punch like a K-Shine or Rum Nitty type of thing. Like he has to get the shit to you and then you're gonna be like, oh
yeah, like
you know what I mean?
You could tell that some people wasn't catching all his bars on first go through, and then like you hear them react a couple of minutes after. He like, oh, now y'all getting it? Yeah, like
because his style is not like a New Jersey twerk. Like I know you don't listen to a lot of Fabio Foreign, but people made fun of Fabio Foreign one time for having a very simplistic style. He'd be like shitting, pooping.
Which I know that's a real song. I know.
Yes, with Tootsie. Shout out to Tootsie. But like New Jersey twerk has a style. He could be like Glock 40, like, and he'll just say what, and it'll work, and it'll be a punch. Av don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So Av is like you gonna be. Ooh, there's gonna be space in between it instead of like, you know, niggas say 2 words and everybody's like, oh shit. You know what I mean? Nigga can't crowd surf off a Av verse, but it's, you know what I mean, it's gonna be good. So I gave him a 4.
I gave Av a 4 and I gave Danny a 5.
I'm not mad at that.
Because again, I feel what you're saying. Danny had to lose a point regardless because his energy dropped off towards the end. But I didn't take it from his crowd control because I didn't feel like the crowd turned on him yet. I feel like if he would have kept going, they would have turned on him. Kind of like you were saying. I feel like they would have turned on him eventually. But
I felt it brewing. It just didn't happen.
Yeah. I still gave him a 5 just because of the energy he was getting all leading up to that. But yeah, I gave Av a 4 just because I just couldn't give him a 5. It wasn't the same energy Danny was getting.
Yeah.
But yeah.
True. Deliverance. I gave Danny a 4. I almost want to change that though, but I gave him a 4 on delivery. It's the bar god. You know what I'm saying?
Is it again because of the third?
I probably would give it because of that. Because I feel like overall it wasn't a 5 performance. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll explain even why later.
Okay.
But like, yeah, Danny, I gave him a 4. Av also gave him a 4. You know, Av gonna come with that delivery. You know what I'm saying? He know how to deliver that shit, cook that shit, measure that shit, sell that shit on the Av.
But I just feel like this is Av's style. Like
Yeah.
this is how Av always does. So that's why I gave Av 5 because this is what I expect Av to do delivery wise. Like so.
Yeah, it's like what else are you expecting to do?
Yeah, like this. I feel like he was doing this thing. So I gave Av a 5 on delivery. Danny, I gave him a 5, but I'm teetering towards knocking it down to a 4 because he has a very slight stumble in the first, but he got it back together.
Sometimes that should be fucking him up too. At least with the stumble. I mean, I'm glad he got it back. Also, sometimes he be too energetic in his delivery, so like he fumbles words. Because I remember one of the bars where he probably was gonna say something really fire. It kind of fumbled the impact because I was like, I don't even know what the nigga said. He didn't even, you know what I mean, recover it. So yeah.
So yeah, I'm thinking I might take this down to a 4 on his delivery because then his third kind of suffered too because the energy changed.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take it. All right. So I gave Av a 5. I'm giving Danny a 4. I'm changing it right now on the show.
Haymakers.
The
Young Bergs. So for Danny, I gave him a 5 on the Haymakers just because no matter what, even if we feel like the energy of the third left a little bit, the pen was amazing. You know what I'm saying? He said ill shit. The pen was amazing on this one, so definitely 5 material. Of Av, I gave him a 4 because Av is Av.
You just refuse to give Av a 5, dog. I gave both these niggas 5 for Haymakers. I feel like their rounds bars wise were very debatable to me. Like I feel like the only thing that might edge Danny's win was his energy, in my opinion. But if I'm just talking straight up bars wise, I think it could go either way in my books. That's why I gave them both 5s. I feel like both of them had very dense, like densely packed rounds full of bars where half of the bars was going over niggas' heads. So I'm gonna say I give them both 5s, Haymakers. This wasn't a battle where there was lacking any bars. Like I had to sit around waiting for punchlines. It was like, nigga, I was missing punchlines halfway on the way into another punchline. Like,
you describing a murder mook battle? So Zone, I gave Danny a 5. He was in his zone, in his bag. Whatever you want to call him in, he was in that. All right. Av, also gave him a 5. You know, consistent energy, confident as ever. You know what I'm saying? Like he was definitely in the zone. You know what I mean?
So you give him both 5s. Cool.
Yep.
I gave Av a 5 because I respect Av. I gave Danny a 4 because, again, I don't know. It was just, I feel like
that third did
the third really, the energy wasn't the same after the third. The third, okay. it was like a slight dip. It wasn't bars wise. It wasn't bad. His energy was way too different to just drop all that.
It did feel like that too.
It was like a vacuum. Like energy would just whoosh out the room.
You know what it felt like? It felt like when he was writing it, he probably loved it, and now he's performing it. He's like midway. He's like, this probably wasn't the best decision. That's what it felt like. I feel like I know the energy. The time I'll make a beat and I'm like, you know what? This is a little bit of experiment. Let me try it, see if it bumps, and then I play it in front of somebody, and I'm like, that wasn't the one.
Yeah. And I feel like he felt that too. That's why I gave him a 4. So overall, I gave Av a 19. I gave Danny an 18.
I gave Danny an 18, and I gave Av a 17. And I kind of, even with the deliverance, I got to stop saying deliverance because I'm going to start saying it for real now. The delivery, when I gave Danny a 4, is because I knew the rest I had 5s. And I'm like, okay, I gotta chop him somewhere because this definitely wasn't a 20 performance, but it was close. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I be feeling like I want to give 5 on everything, but I'm like, is it a perfect score though?
Except for Av. You want to give Av a 5 for anything.
Av got to do something. He got to do something above Av to get that 5.
I don't think that's fair to him. Is that he's so good that he can't get 5s no more? Like what type of shit is that? That's like saying that
it's hard to impress me, man.
And that's not his fault though. That because he's so perfect, you can't give him perfect scores no more. what's the point of having scores if a nigga does everything to get a perfect score, but we don't give him the perfect score?
But then he's always very consistent, right?
Tell everybody else to do better.
If he's always very consistent and I always give him 5s, then he's gonna get 20s. And you're gonna say Av is 20 material?
I think he was. No, well, not this time because like I didn't give him the 5 for crowd control. If he would have had slightly more crowd reactions, he would have got a 20 out of me.
I thought he was getting the crowd reaction he normally gets.
It wasn't as good as Danny's. I'm saying, like, I just can't.
And that's what I'm saying.
But
so I had to give Danny more because Danny's.
I feel you on something like that.
You know what I mean?
But we talking everything else, the bars, the delivery zones. Like, nah, I don't think there's any points I can take away from him on that one. Like, I feel like he had perfect.
That'd just be the hard part.
He had a great night.
That'd be the hard part about giving other people's 5s. I feel like 4s, I give it unbiasedly, but 5s, I can't help but like
sprinkling 4s everywhere. But you only give out 5s to very specific people.
This should be good, but sometimes
I'm not gonna say no names. I'm just gonna say maybe some of these people might happen to have names that rhyme with sled dice. That's all I'm gonna say.
I was like, you're gonna find a way to say Head-Eye's name, but his name is so weird you can't even find a way to say it cleverly. Like
the name rhymes with sled dice.
Like, I feel like you were trying to segue into it, but I was like, how the fuck do I segue into Head Ice?
I really couldn't. I was like, I was about to go with rhymes with. I had nothing else, bro. I'm giving you the best that I got.
And I saw your brain working. I saw you giving. He was dribbling.
I was trying. I was like,
he was like, yo, can I go to the left? Right. Like, I see you trying to work it out. Yeah, his name is weird as hell.
Yeah.
Even when he explains it, it still sounds weird. But I mean, I don't know. With Av, like, I just feel like when it comes to giving out my 5s, I can't help but compare it to other times I gave out 5s. And the 5s be amazing shit. Like, the 5s be 2 big ass niggas leapfrogging and crowd surfing. And I'm like,
so you only like giving out 5s. So you give out 5s based off of energy. You need more energy to give out 5s.
Yeah, because it'd be hard to have a battle and not have good energy and me give you 5s. You know what I'm saying? It's the way of the world.
Okay.
It's the world.
You got any bars?
Yeah, I actually wrote 9 bars this time. You know, I think I've taken off like the last 4 podcasts. This is what I do. Danny Myers, bar God. Yeah, I got 10 kids. You can't tell by how my triggers perform. I was raised in the 5th before half you niggas was born. I was fired. You was warned. Of course, we both squab with gunplay. Smack knew you was dead. That's why he sent you to talk to the God on a Sunday. Thought that was fire.
Mm-hmm.
Av. The crib where he's stashing his Yola. So we gonna make sure that work from home gone like the pandemic over. I've been a soldier. This shit just ain't a bar thing, Ace. If I fire off, he gonna have to get his jaw reshaped. I don't care if you brought your squad, cause if y'all swing late, I'm gonna be whipping them all like a car sweepstakes. And bro, I swear, it's gonna be light. Cause all you gonna hear is a different nigga hit from me. It's karaoke night. And with that shit that I'm bombing, he gonna have to holler yikes. Cause this right hits harder than McDonald's Sprite. That shit was all crazy, all fire. And like I said, his shit be very wordy, very explainy. So you know what I'm saying. But the bars be there.
He packed so many good bars into that one thing. Like that's what I'm saying. Like his punchlines be back to back. It's easy to miss punchlines when you listen to him, but when you listen back, like damn, he said that too.
Yeah.
Like he like that was a throwaway to him just to set up a bigger bar. Like he does that all the time.
Yeah. He's definitely got a style that be having like it feels like a filler style, but it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
Like, because I think we've dealt with so many people that be having filler bars, like, you know, like a Charlie Clips, you know what I'm saying? That first and second bar gonna be fire. That third gonna be some bullshit, but it's gonna end to a good fourth. You know what I'm saying? But we heard that so much that we think that everybody does that, but Av don't be the type. Like, he's gonna have a filler bar in there, but it's gonna have a good purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Like, even his setups are as good as some people's punchlines. So
yeah, for sure. But yeah. Good battle, you know what I'm saying? Danny Myers, the God, versus Av, the consistent. You know what I'm saying? Doing a motherfucking thing, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And
so yeah, that's gonna be this week's battle review. We're gonna get into our artist of the week. Did you want me to go first?
I'll go first because this one is kind of strange for me.
This
one's kind of strange for me.
All right. Intrigued.
So, I'm gonna play this one. I'm gonna say that my first is Big 30.
I like Big 30. I don't see what's wrong with that. I'll bump Big 30.
Big 30 out of Memphis. Pretty sure none of his music was played at the.
It was not. No. But I mean, he played Key Glock, he played Dolph, he played Duke Deuce.
I definitely saw very good stellar reviews on Twitter about the event. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't attend because I had to be in the actual, that sounded fucked up. I said actual, but I had to be in the recording studio.
Yeah, you had to go handle business. That's normal.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody understood.
For sure. And since I always end up having more than one, Big Scar.
Big Scar is good too.
I fuck with Big Scar.
Why are you so afraid to say these people's names? Like, what is it because you don't have any New York rappers to name this week?
No, nigga, ESTG from Louisville, Kentucky.
I said New York.
Yeah, I'm like, nigga, I always say him, and he ain't even from New York. I don't even be saying New York niggas if they ain't 5 year foreign.
So why are you so embarrassed to say that you like these niggas' music?
Because I really gave these niggas a chance, and I was like, I like it.
Yeah, bro, it's good. I don't see what the problem is.
And I feel they're all in one squad. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, I almost wanted to put Big Walk Dog here. So I was like three bigs. All of them damn near in the same clique.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I don't know. Yeah, I think they're all 10-17 now. Because I know
Big 30 isn't. He's with He's with Moneybag Yo. But him and Pushash is so close. Yeah. He's basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know he's been on songs with 10-17 people. Like he like they have a lot of crossovers and stuff. But yeah, 30. He real cool with Shiesty. Same thing with Scar is like his Shiesty's cousin or something like that.
Yeah, I was like, damn. And I really realized too, because every once in a while I decided to look at old like Pooh Shiesty videos, like when he was still Chopper City Gang. And I was like, this nigga he was hard back then. Just the beats were a little less, but he still had some shit. Yeah. I seen Big Scar in one of them videos sporting the shiniest baby blue do rag I ever seen. You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
fresh out the pack.
You know what I'm saying? So. Like he's definitely linked up like that, and it's crazy. Like because it wasn't like one of the things where like they just decided to get cool because they both rapping and they both got some traction. It's like nah, they been in it.
And they all from the same city. They ain't got no problems with each other. Like, it's dope.
Yeah, and really realized Big Scar is the one that just started rapping because Pooh Shiesty and Big 30 they've been rapping for about 2-3 years, but Big Scar he really been out like a year. He really saw his two niggas doing it. He was like, you know what, fuck it, let me try it too, and it ended up being hard. Pause. But yeah, and one person I do want to mention who also is in 10-17, Hot Boy West. I ain't gonna lie. I want to do. If you haven't done your deep dive on him, because I know you really fuck with Big Walk Dog, but I think you would really like Hot Boy West.
He's the only one I haven't really listened to in 10-17.
And it's ironic.
I've tried to give everybody at least one level. This is why everybody at least one tape to see if I like him or not. Some of them I do, some of them I don't. He's one I haven't listened to him yet by himself.
Ironically, because I feel like listening to him, the little bit I have, I feel like you would really like him because he's one of them niggas that's overly street. You know what I'm saying? We always love them overly street niggas. You know what I'm saying? He's from a different area. He's from Houston. You know what I mean? I think he's from Houston. He's definitely from Texas, but he's from Houston. And he just has that style of like being street, but then he also might say some. He might have a bar in there once in a while. Like he might have a bar and he ain't just be saying shit to be saying shit. So. Gucci got another. I think he's also one of the later additions too. If I'm not mistaken. Like
because he wasn't on the earlier 10-17 tapes. He was just on the last one. He was on the superhero one, the superhero cover one. I think it's just called 10-17. It's something 10-17. And then there was the Christmas one. And then
Icy Boyz.
So he was on So Icy Boyz, and then he was on the 10-17 Christmas looking tape.
Yeah, So Icy Christmas.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, Hot Boy West. I'm gonna do my due diligence and check out more shit. But from what I've heard from him, I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that nigga had a fucked up I was just watching one video of him just going through his hood, and he was talking about one gas station he used to be at when he was like 7. He used to just rap to all the dope boys for $1. Be like, let me rap for $1. He would say the same freestyle every day. He said, finesse them niggas. I come home with like $7, you know what I'm saying, in my pocket. My mother be like, yo, where you get all this money? And fuck around, smoke my shit up, bro. Swear to God. I was like, damn. I thought it was gonna be like a good story of like, you know, I had to hustle when I was young. No, mother took my money and smoked my shit up, man. God dang. So, but yeah, Hot Boy West, he got some shit. He got some shit.
All right, so
Gucci ain't missing with these recruits, my nigga. Like,
nope. I'm gonna say my artist of the week because I don't want to name two, so I'm narrowing it down right now, and I think it's gonna be Benny the Butcher this week. So it's kind of like we flip flopped.
I ain't gonna lie, maybe it was God intervening because I listened to like the first 5 tracks of that tape. I don't know what I was doing that I didn't get to listen to the rest, but I think I was probably on the way to the studio, but I listened to like 5 of them joints, and I do hear the talk that everybody was saying that like it's Benny the Butcher, so of course it's always gonna be fire. But like they were like, yo, this one's kind of like not different, but like it's like one of the like the best.
Alchemist is really trying some different things with this one.
Yeah,
and it shows.
Yeah.
I like this one. I still think Conway's album is better in my opinion, but this one's good. But I wouldn't even really listen to Terrence Talk 4 as much. That's only like 2 or 3 songs of Terrence Talk 4 I listen to. I would just listen to Benny in general, just in general.
Yeah. It ain't, because I know like that stuff is like, you know, you like more of the Hit Boy collabs and shit.
Yes,
we almost might have to do a flower segment for Hit Boy, just because like that nigga is king versatile, bro. Like that nigga is gone to every. If you a New York nigga and you want a New York banger, he can give you that. You a West Coast nigga, you need that. And you know, if you need trap, like any style, whatever you want to flip it, you can do it. All he needs right now is the next. Who's the present day Miley Cyrus that you can make a whole hip hop album with before she decides to shit on our culture afterwards?
I don't know. I'm not up with
maybe do a leap
channel enough.
Maybe. First of all, I don't like how you said Disney Channel. Like she been outside of Disney Channel for a good minute.
That's what I'm saying. But like that's how she got her start. So I'm saying like
nigga,
I don't know which Disney Channel star is going to be the next.
Nigga, not Disney. Nigga, just white girl artists. Keep me out of Disney. Disney makes it sound predatory.
Oh, I didn't intend it like that. That's how I meant. I was like, I don't know which one of these Disney pop stars is going to be black. Next, I don't know.
You saying like, yeah, I'm gonna go cruising around the Disney Channel streets.
I wasn't
nigga.
saying like that, dog. I didn't even think like that. I'm sorry. I don't watch Teen Nick. I don't know who's gonna pop next. I don't know who's gonna be victorious. I don't know.
It's almost as bad because you still got the teen in there.
I don't know who's gonna be the next Sam and Cat. I have no idea who's gonna have their own iCarly. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
But yeah, it'd be Dua Lipa. I like Dua Lipa's music.
Never listen to it.
I feel like you would like it, some of the joints. It's like pop, but like good.
I don't have no problem with pop. I'm not one of them niggas where I'm so hip hop that I hate pop. I'm not one of them niggas.
I kind of am, but like I think I am, but I'm not. Like I'm not gonna listen to Katy Perry just because it just really don't speak to me. Like all the
Katy Perry got some good songs. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not one of them like.
Okay, then you're not. Cause
I'm not one of them niggas where I'll just like, no, this is pop. I can't listen to this. Like, nah, I'll give it a try. You got to remember again, I had an older sister. I had to get used to hearing pop and art like bubbly R&B type stuff and get past it. So maybe I didn't have that much exposure because I had enough that like it made me reject the shit. Like when like I wanted to hate Soulja Boy when he first came out just because you know it's not hip hop.
Because Shantae loved that nigga. I heard that nigga all the fucking time and I was like, bruh.
Yeah, like I'm not.
Then he came out with Shootout and I was like, all right, this one's actually right.
Rejecting the music because it's not like the other things I like. I'm gonna give it a shot.
I think you would like Dua Lipa. She's been out for a good minute.
Like I've seen her name, I just never listened to her. I know who she is.
I just remember
what she looked like.
I just remember when I first you be having different tastes in women, but I think she's really pretty, and I'm not even into white girls like that. But she's pretty.
She might be. I don't know.
But yeah, like she's like one
pretty. Everybody, put in the comments if Dua Lipa's pretty or not. I don't know. Let us know.
I've also Dua Lipa.
Let me know because apparently he knows. I don't know. Let me know Dua Lipa's pretty.
I think that would be dope if Hit Boy could do a hit with Dua Lipa, that'd be fire. Because she's kind of like she's like very much pop, but like good. I feel like there's a few pop artists that I listen to and I'm like, there's something done right here.
Kind of like Ariana Grande.
You can say that. You can say that. I've never been into there. I wasn't into her like that because I feel like niggas tried to convince me that she was more hip hop than she really was.
She's not.
Yeah, but just because the first album had some samples here and there,
and then she did put out like an R&B album type.
Yeah, she's very well respected. She's one of the people I respect. You know what I'm saying? But like how, like I said, with The Weeknd, even though we listened to Trilogy first, so we knew he was gonna be a pop star, but he wasn't like pop yet.
Mm-hmm.
I still like his pop shit just because I feel like there's a quality there, there's an intention there.
And you've been along for the journey the whole time, so you're probably not as bothered by seeing him change a little.
Yeah, and I feel the same way with Doja Cat. Like with Doja Cat, like she's very much pop now. So much that like niggas ask on femcs if she's a rapper, and they're like, nah. You know what I'm saying? I think Remy Ma said that Doja Cat's not a rapper, and I don't even think Doja Cat would be mad at that. Does she rap? Yeah. Does she rap pretty good too? Yeah. But she cracking out these pop hits. You know what I'm saying? So she's an all around artist, respectfully. You know what I mean? But yeah, Dua Lipa. if y'all the dead end audience, I know y'all probably haven't listened to her. If you like any bit of happiness music, give her a little listen. You might like it.
Word.
But yeah, I think that will conclude this episode.
Yes, it will.
You know what I'm saying? Of the Hold It Down podcast. You know what I'm saying? I've been your main man, Guantanamo Bay. You know what I'm saying? Wonton Quan. You know what I mean? One half of the Hold It Down podcast. Who are my co-hosts. Well, I feel like I'm making a new intro.
I don't know what you're doing. Because you still ain't told the people where to find you at.
Oh, yeah. You can find me in the streets hustling. You know what I'm saying? At SAYQUAND on your social media platforms. Never on Facebook. I'm kind of digging the Twitter streets a little bit here and there. But I'm usually on Instagram. So holla at me on there. You know what I'm saying? And you can find my beats at SAYQUAN.beatstars.com. Come get some beats, you know what I'm saying? Holla at your boy, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you need on the table, we got that. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get Doja Cat on your next song before she retires? I got that. I really don't, but if you want to search on there and just see if it is there, you know what I'm saying? Come through. You know what I mean? Everybody's welcome. Where can they find you at?
You want to talk to me, a real one, you know? So you want to talk that wrestling talk again, WrestleMania week. You want to talk that hip hop talk or that video game talk? Hit me up at Now Bloodbath. Talk to me. I talk back. All my socials are the same: the TikTok, the IG, the Twitter. I haven't posted a damn thing on my TikTok yet, but I have it, so I gotta start using it. I gotta start posting stories or something. I just don't know what I'm gonna post because I don't talk that much.
Very true.
Yeah. So
I so much want to believe that you really don't say wrestling like wrestling, but you'll just shoot it off so like smoothly that I'm like, nah, he really says wrestling. It throws me off every time.
It's funny when I remember when I was in school, for at least people who didn't know me, they'd be like, what does your internal dialogue sound like? Like when you talk to yourself in your head, what does it sound like? And I was like, I don't know. It sounds just like how I speak out loud. Like it's not proper. That's what you're saying. It sounds like how I talk. Like my internal dialogue sounds just like me. It's not like another person's voice is in my head. Like
that niggas made you sound like a case study.
When you think words, they sound like how you say them. I'm like, yeah. Am I saying something incorrectly? Like, let me know. I've
never even asked a nigga that question. Nigga, what does your inside voice sound like?
Yeah. So yeah, that's how you keep up with me. But if you want to keep up with the show, what we got going on here, hit us up at Hold It Down Pod on all our socials. We got TikTok, we got IG, we got Twitter.
South got something to say.
You know about the YouTube. If you're an audio listener, come over to the YouTube, subscribe, like,
comment,
do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know whenever we drop, you know what I'm saying, hit the bell icon, keep up with us. You know what I'm saying? I always post on Twitter, new video out and all that, but it's even faster if you just already on YouTube and be like, boom, we dropped something.
Faster.
Get up on that.
Get up on that thing. You know what I'm saying? Get up on that thing. Treat it like the biggest buns you ever seen in your life at the kickback. Exactly. You feel me? Exactly. And Sean Paul is playing.
Sean Paul.
But
yeah, thanks for tuning into another episode of Hold It Down Podcast. Remember, tell a friend to tell a friend.
And tell a bitch to tell a hoe.
Remember, the South gonna hold it down.
You dig?